Dale Helgeson here with the Outdoor Experience, and I have the pleasure today to be accompanied here by Ali Shakoor. He is one of the smartest fishermen I know.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking the time, Ali.
Thank you. I'm a pleasure.
So, tell the people out there a little bit about Ali.
Oh man, a little bit about myself. Well, I'm a fisherman. I'm an outdoorsman, right? Grew up hunting and fishing with my dad, my brothers and sisters. One day decided to make a career out of it, right? So got into the sciences, started studying natural resources, went and got my master's degree from the University of Michigan School of Natural Resources, working on a PhD right now, trying to finish up a doctorate on Lake Erie, studying of all things walleye. So, tried to take this passion that was given to me by my father as a small kid, and turn it into a lifestyle.
So, I've watched your seminars, and I fish against you in the NWT. And, when I look at the field, I look around and I go, what's Ali doing? Because Ali knows what the fish are doing all the time. He knows the biology of these things better than anyone. And when you approach a tournament, what goes through your mind on what you do to prepare for a tournament before you get there?
There's a lot that goes into it. First I take a look at the body of water. If I've never been there, especially, I try to figure out, what time of year is it? Are the fish pre-spawn, post-spawn? Are they, making moves, migrations of some sort? I take a look at the, primary type of bait fish that's in the system, where they are in their life cycle. Are they during spawn? Are they pre-spawn? If I can, I'll also talk to local biologists. I'll call a local DNR biologist, ask them about the lake, just kind of pick their brain a little bit about the biological aspect of it before I even think about fishing or looking at maps or anything. So I try to really, kind of play to my strengths a little bit, and then from there, of course, I'll start looking at maps and fishing reports and do the things that other people do.
So, all right, I do a lot of research online, right, to prepare for tournaments. How far back do you go in the fishing reports?
Oh man, as far as I can. I mean, I've come across fishing reports that are written out. It's pre-internet. Because
Yep.
The more information you have, the more you have to use, and you can try to maybe establish a pattern, because you go to these different bodies of water. If there's been one tournament in June and you're going in June, you don't have as much to go on. But if there's been 8 tournaments in June over a 12-year period or a 15-year period, it gives you kind of a better idea of what's going on during that time. So I'll go back absolutely as far as I can. I'll go back to the old Walleye Insider magazines, whatever I can, wherever I can go to get that information.
Yeah, see, and I always tell people when I go fishing, I don't care if it's fun fishing or tournament fishing or guiding. To me, I consider fishing a puzzle. And you being a scientist, having a scientific background, I know you definitely understand that. When I say it's a puzzle, it's putting all the little pieces together to try to be successful. How do you approach some of that stuff?
Like you said, it's a puzzle, and it's a big puzzle. Sometimes maybe there's a chance I could overcomplicate that puzzle, right? There's always that chance with a lot of information.
Yep.
But still, I try to take a look at weather and bait fish and what's going on with the lake and water levels. And it's something that I think a lot of people do it naturally, but they do it kind of holistically in one shot.
Yep.
And I try to kind of look at each individual piece and kind of fit, what's going on. If the barometer was falling on this day and the temperature was this, and it's just like it was on this day, I can kind of piece together maybe what the fish had going on. So I try to break it down a little bit more, but I don't want to overcomplicate it at the same time.
So when we first started talking, you're talking about your dad and what an influence he was for you, which is awesome. Where was he in the fishing world? Was he just a fun fisher, weekend angler? Was he a tournament guy?
He was the best fisherman that no one knows. The man was a stick. He was an absolutely incredible fisherman, but come from humble beginnings. We fished out of a 12-foot Sears rowboat, and when we finally upgraded, we got a 6.5 horse Johnson 1965 motor on that boat, and then later on we got our first Minn Kota trolling motor. Just really simple. It was what we did. It was how we spent time together. I'll never forget. I was very young when his mother died, but I remember him leaving from the funeral and taking his younger brother and going fishing, right? So it's always been something we've done. It's helped us cope with things. But again, he was just a weekend fisherman who fished in between working and taking care of family, and he left a great legacy with my brothers and sister and I, you know, of appreciating this for what it is.
So is all your family involved with the outdoors?
Not so much as much as I am anymore, but we all came up, you know, fishing together and bunny hunting on Thanksgiving morning and going out and doing the different things we did as a family. And my brothers will still come jump in the boat with me and fish and everything. So it's still a part of our family and what we do.
And it's awesome, you know, having a family that's tight knit, that does that kind of stuff together. I think really brings you together. And keeps you close.
It does, right? Because like I said, it's a heritage, right? My father hunted and fished, his father hunted and fished, and his father hunted and fished. So, you know, we've tried to pass that down. My daughters, they know how to run boards and handle the boat and everything. So again, we love to do it as a family.
So does your family go out with you? I know your daughter's quite the track star now. Do they get to go out with you very often?
They do get to come out with me. We'll go out and hit the river and you know, do some fishing as a family. My wife will come out and fish with us also. So yeah, we still try to keep it family when I'm not on the tournament scene.
All right. Does your wife really like fishing? Because mine doesn't. She just likes to ride in a boat once in a while when it's calm out.
She actually will come out. She's been out, done some in the fall, you know, slamming with me and everything. I think she realizes that it's how I keep my sanity, and so she kind of helps with that. But sometimes I'm out there because she's drove me insane. But no, she still gets out with us.
Well, I want to thank you for taking the time with me today, Ali. Look forward to fishing against you this year, and stay tuned for more.
Thanks for having me.
Come on down with me, get your fishing line. We'll be doing all the fun things that cause us to be losing track of time. Come on down with me, grab your rod, you'll find maybe in a little bit we all gonna be doing just fine. Hey, what you doing? Got a head for the dough. Well, we don't have to slave for Uncle Sam no more.